I just like to hang out. It's fucking easy in Eugene. Everyone's willing to do it. It's kind of a cool town. You guys don't know this because you're probably from Eugene. But if you're not from Eugene and you're a visitor and you talk weird, then you get to meet lots of crazy people. And since you're all from Eugene, I gotta tell you a crazy story that happened to me. Because when I came to Eugene, I heard, I'm from Norway, by the way, and American cities are kind of stupid, but Eugene is different, I heard, so I came to Eugene to visit. And I was here for New Year's, and I heard you have to try really everything in Eugene. It's kind of like Las Vegas, but more undercover, like. I'm like, okay, fuck it. So somebody on New Year's had what he called a 5-strip, which I didn't know what that was. And I thought, I'm gonna try it. I said I'd try everything. You guys know what it is, apparently. Holy fuck, I don't recommend it. At least not unless you've done it a few times. Fuck, dude. Okay. Yeah, I met a few of you guys on New Year's. I remember a few. I won't mention any names, but fuck, dude. I was so fucking high on, or whatever you call it. High, is that what you say? Tripping balls. I was peaking by 9 p.m. on New Year's, ready for the fucking New Year. I thought it was, yeah, well, you guys have done this apparently. So for me, it was fucking midnight. I walk into Lucky's pub. You've heard of it, I think, right? It's an awesome fucking pub where I get 10 minutes instead of only 5, so I like it better, by the way. I'm gonna hurry up because I only got 2.5 minutes left. So I go in there, tripping balls, thinking, and my friends just left me there, by the way. They took my car and left me on acid, and I'm alone, don't know fucking anybody. So I go into Lucky's because I've done stand-up there a couple times. I'm like, I know people here, dude. And on the way in, there was this crazy tweaker guy that stopped me right outside as I was coming in, and he's like, dude, do you have that money that you said you were gonna give me? And I'm like, I don't know who the fuck you are, dude. I don't got nothing, man. And then I go inside, and this guy follows me in. At least I was tripping balls, so in my head, this is what happened. You have to ask another witness what really happened. I don't fucking know. But this guy followed me in with like 3 other guys that were really muscular, fucking freaky looking. So I go up to the pub, and Summerfield is working. You guys, I shouldn't mention names. One of the cool bartenders at the time was working, and my friend Rex was at the bar. And I go up to Rex. I'm just calling him Rex because I shouldn't be mentioning real names. You might know these people. And I go up to him, and I'm like, dude, I'm thinking that I'm gonna get murdered. So I'm thinking, this is it, man. New Year's 2015. I won't see 2016. I'm literally thinking I'm gonna die. So I take my iPhone out and I give it to the Rex next to me. I've met him once before. So I'm like, I trust this guy. Dude, give this to my son. And he's like, what the fuck? And I'm like, what's up, man? I'm sorry, I'm gonna die soon, whatever. Give this to my son, dude. And he's like, what? And he gave it back later, I found out. But I get up, and these guys are standing at the door, and I tell the bartender, who I won't mention, I'm like, dude, you've got to call the police. Something's going down right now. And he's like, what the fuck? What are you talking about? And I'm like, those 2 guys that came in, and he looked over at the door, nobody was there. I think they went into the lotto place where you play fucking gambling or whatever. I'm like, they're in there, dude, they're gonna come out, they're gonna fucking kill me, dude. I know they are. And he's like, are you high? Like, that was the first thing he asked. Which is kind of smart, he probably has experiences this every day, I don't fucking know. And I'm like, yes, I think. But it doesn't matter, it's nothing to do with it, man. These guys think I owe money, blah, blah, blah. And so he called Cahoots. Have you heard of Cahoots? They're really nice. I met them that night. They were super nice. So he like takes me out back, and I'm thinking I'm gonna die. So I like decide I'm gonna go out partying. So on my way out the back door, before they put that sign up that says you can't use it, I'm going, oi, 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 all the way out the door, thinking that everyone was with me partying. They were all just looking at me like, what the fuck? I make it out the back door, and I'm thinking, it's gonna end now. And the bartender follows me out, because he's worried about me. And all of a sudden, this is embarrassing, I shouldn't be saying this actually. But what happened, I hear, was that I fucking fell down and started convulsing. And then I put my arms out like I was on a cross, like getting crucified, right outside the back door of Lucky's. And then I started coming, like, sitting up and making weird sounds like, then the bartender later told me, he's like, dude, you were gasping for air. And each time you said, I'm alive, I'm alive. And then you would die again. And then you would say, I'm alive. Apparently that's what happened. And by the time it was 10 p.m., I was luckily done peaking and starting to come down. So, but way before the fireworks went off. And I realized what was happening, and I thought I was dead actually, in a little atom. I thought I was a molecule, so I went over to the bitumen, and some of my street friends were outside, and I'm like, you guys won't believe this shit, watch this. And I jump up and jump into the fucking window of the bitumen, thinking I would go through it, but I did not. I fucking bounce off, and I landed, and everyone's looking at me, and I'm like, fuck, and I walk away. Really sad, because I literally thought I was gonna go through. The lady inside is like, what the fuck? It was embarrassing. I think I'm out of time. I'll tell you the rest of the story another time. There's a lot more. And it's not even the funny part. I'm just joking. I love Eugene though, because you can literally do it with all kinds of shit. They let me back in Lucky's afterwards. That's the end. That's like the good ending. It ended well. They forgave me for that shit. Have a good night, guys.